What's up, YouTube? AOC85 here. I want to bring you guys another deck profile, which I think it's a bit different. It's a different take on Agent Fairies. Now, if you guys have watched my channel, you guys know I have a deck profile titled The Heavenly Host, which uses a version of this archetype to spam Trishula and other synchros, as well as nuking stuff with Master Hyperion and utilizing the Sanctuary of the Sky to activate the secondary effect of the Agent Fairies. Now, Structure Deck 20 is coming out pretty soon. I think June 20th or 21st, which is only a few weeks away. So rather than just bring you guys an updated version of my build, which I will do in the coming week, I wanted to bring you guys a different take on the build, just to show you guys how versatile these cards will be and how much I think you really should pick up at least 3 copies of that structure deck, because you can do so much with these cards, so much. Now, this build is a more beatdown control build, which utilizes a few different cards to control the duel while you're beating down your opponent strolling steadily. It can still spam synchros like the other builds, but not as fast. But also has a lot more control and a lot more defensive plays. So, depending on your preference, you might want to try this build out, might want to try the other build out. But I'll bring you more different builds of Agent Fairies, just so you guys can see different builds and see what you can attune to your specific playstyle. Because I'll never tell you that there is one way to play this game, or one way to build this deck. So, without further ado, real quick, the deck lineup. 3 copies of Master Hyperion. 3 copies of Zeridus Herald of Heaven. 3 copies of the Agent of Miracles, Jupiter. 3 copies of the Agent of Wonder, Earth. 2 copies of Herald of Green Light. 2 copies of Herald of Orange Light. When I talk about the monster lineup, I'll go into more detail about these cards. But suffice to say, these 2 cards add so much control to the deck, it's kind of stupid. And yes, you do have to manage yourself a bit, but I'll talk about why that's not such a bad thing in this deck. 1 copy of Honest. Sorry if you can't see it, it's kind of like ghosted out and whatnot. 1 copy of Marshmallow. Now, 3 copies of the Sanctuary in the Sky. 3 copies of Pot of Duality. Book of Moon. Dark Hole. Giant Trinade. Monster Reborn. 1 copy of Cards from the Sky. And 2 copies of MST. Now to your traps. 2 copies of Compulsory Evacuation Device. 2 copies of Divine Punishment. 2 copies of Dimensional Prison. 2 copies of Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, and Mirror Force. Again, it is a 41 card deck, but I like the Agent Fairies at 41. We have a lot of draw power, even with just 1 copy of Cards from the Sky. So I just wanted to bring you guys real quick this build. I'll go into detail about specific monster choices, which make this build different from the other builds, spell lineup, and trap lineup, and why for some people this might be a different and better way to go, better route to go with Agent Fairies. As usual, rate, comment, and please subscribe. Thank you so much to all of you guys who have been giving me both positive and negative comments. Feedback is feedback, and whether it's good or bad for me, I love it, so I appreciate that. Thank you for your subscriptions. Get ready. I'm at 45 subs right now. By the time we hit 50, it'll be time for the first contest, so be on the lookout for that. As usual, comments down below. Subscribe. And peace out, YouTube. Thanks for watching.